Mark Callie and Mr. Saltwater Tank, coming to you on behalf of saltwateraquarium.com. Keeping a saltwater tank and keeping your saltwater tank looking great requires some effort on your part, but not a lot of effort, especially when you use hard-working invertebrates that like to work 24/7 and won't complain. Now, those invertebrates are part of something called a cleanup crew, or CUC for short. Cleanup crews are made of crabs, snails, starfish, shrimps, and sea cucumbers. Their job is to run around your tank and eat uneaten fish food, fish waste, and other things that they can scavenge around your tank. Now notice I said scavenge. They are not cold-blood killers. I see a lot when people say, "Oh, my starfish ate my tang." No. Starfish, snails, crabs, shrimp, they all move really slow. If a fish is healthy, it can easily get away from any member of your cleanup crew. Now, if that fish is dying on its last fin, or it's actually dead, then that cleanup crew is going to be over there eating that organism because that's its job. It says, hey, this thing's dead. I'm going to go consume this thing because that's what I do. I'm a scavenger. So while cleanup crew members are valuable, don't get caught up in thinking that they're going to take down your healthy fish. One great perk of nano tanks is that you're actually going to get to see your cleanup crew in your tank. See, some organisms hide during the day. Take, for example, starfish. I put in 3 serpent starfish, rather large ones, in my 1,000-gallon tank, and they're gone. I haven't seen them since. In this 10-gallon water box, I put a starfish in here. I'll actually get to enjoy that organism. Same with snails, shrimps, and crabs. There's not a lot of place for them to go in this tank, so I'll actually get to see them and enjoy those critters. So what cleanup crew members do I like and recommend for your tank? Here's who made the cut. Shrimp, specifically cleaner shrimp, peppermint shrimp, and fire shrimp. These guys all scurry around your tank and grab any waste that they can find. Now don't get caught up in the myth that if you have cleaner shrimp in your tank that your fish will be disease-free, as cleaner shrimp have never been proven to remove any fish diseases. If they did, then none of the fish in my old 225-gallon tank would have gotten marine velvet and died. Note that harlequin shrimp are safe for a saltwater tank, but they love eating starfish, so they're out. Crabs. Yes, it's okay to have specific types of crabs in your saltwater tank. Hermit crabs are okay, as well as emerald crabs and arrow crabs. Now, crabs eat algae and waste in your tank, and they're very useful. Sally Lightfoot crabs are a crab type that you want to avoid. Snails. Most eat algae, and some snails, like Nacerius snails, aka zombie snails, are carnivores. But remember, they don't eat healthy fish. Snails are some of my favorite cleanup crew members, as you can see the results of their hard work. When they consume algae, they leave a clean trail right behind them, which is instant gratification. I particularly love Astraea snails, as they quickly eat algae and they can turn themselves over if they fall off a rock. Turbo snails also fit into this category, and I like them too. Sarah snails are okay, and I found that they're usually so small that they get stuck in pumps or they just flat disappear. The Sarah snails are on my approved list as well. These are also called zombie snails, as they hang on the sandbed until they smell food. Then they erupt onto the ground and go to work. Starfish. Serpent and brittle stars are great for tanks. Now remember, they're not going to eat healthy fish. Linky and Fromia stars are not easy to keep, and I don't recommend them. Chocolate chip starfish are off my list as well. Sea cucumbers. Yes, I like sea cucumbers, as they'll turn over the sandbed and poop out clean white sand. Some hobbyists avoid sea cucumbers, as they feel that a stressed or dying sea cucumber can kill a tank, and I've never had that experience. Use at your own risk, and that's a risk that I'm okay taking. A common mistake around cleanup crews is that hobbyists add them too quickly. Until you have fish in your tank, you don't need cleanup crew members because there's nothing for them to clean up. Now, the exception to the rule here is the cleanup crew / invert only tank like we did on our 6-gallon flue vault. If you're going for that type of tank, absolutely, get the tank cycled and then put your inverts in there. If you're going for fish in your nano tank, get the fish in there and then add your cleanup crew members. Now, another common mistake around cleanup crews is that hobbyists add too much of a cleanup crew. If there's too many Invos cleanup invertebrates in your tank, they're going to run out of food and then they can start killing each other because they're hungry. So here's some recommended cleanup crews for the various tanks that we have in our Nano / Office Tank series. Know your cleanup crew members, put them in your tank, and enjoy them. Again, that's another great perk of these nano tanks is you actually get to see your cleanup crew and watch them doing their thing. It's actually really cool to watch your crabs pick over the rocks and the snails eat a trail of algae across your tank. It's really enjoyable to watch. Sometimes I get just as much enjoyment out of my cleanup crew as I get out of my fish. Remember, don't go overboard. You don't need tons of cleanup crew for your tank, and over time you're going to have to restock your cleanup crew. Every couple of months you may need to add more shrimps and more crabs. That's just part of the process. I'm Mark Callan, Mr. Saltwater Tank, coming to you on behalf of saltwateraquarium.com. I'll catch you in the next episode.